Allure of the Seas is the second Oasis-class cruise ship owned by Allure of the Seas Inc. Operated by Royal Caribbean International. Was built in 2010 in Turku, Finland at Acre Yards Shipyards. From autumn 2008, St. Sea Europe Cruise, part of the Norwegian St. Sea Europe concern, owned by the South Korean company St. Sea Offshore and Shipbuilding. Before the construction of the vessel of the same type, the Harmony of the Seas was the largest passenger ship in the world. The length of all cruise ships of the Oasis series exceeds 360 m, depending on the temperature. Moreover, Allure of the Seas is longer than its sister Oasis of the Seas by 5 centimeters, but shorter than the vessel Harmony of the Seas by 2 meters. On October 29, 2010, the vessel embarked on a transatlantic voyage towards Fort Lauderdale, Florida, where it arrived and docked on November 11, 2010. The first captain of the vessel was the Argentinian Hernan Zini. History of the vessel. American shipping company Royal Caribbean Cruises Limited signed a contract on March 31, 2007, for the construction of a second Oasis-class vessel with the Finnish shipyard Acre Finnyards. From autumn 2008 St. Sea Europe Cruise. The keel was laid on the slipway with building number 1364 at the Turku shipyard on March 12, 2008. Structural changes were made in comparison with the first ship of this class. The lifeboats were moved to the stern, and additional cutters were installed to prevent damage from high waves. A flooding of the dry dock took place on November 20, 2009. In mid-September 2010, the vessel was ready for sea trials in the Baltic. The ship's christening ceremony took place on November 29, 2010, as part of a charity cruise. The cabins for this flight were sold to sponsors. As part of cooperation with the DreamWorks film studio, they found the character, Princess Fiona, from the cartoon Shrek, who became the godmother of the ship. About spectators came to the theater on board the ship for the ceremony. On December 1, Allure of the Seas embarked on its maiden voyage. Description of the vessel. While the Allure of the Seas is the same length as its twin, 360 meters, feet, 0.22 miles, it is actually about 50 millimeters, 2 inches, longer than the Oasis of the Seas. The Allure of the Seas has a gross tonnage of tons and weights the same as the Oasis of the Seas, which is estimated at about metric tons, slightly less than the American Nimitz-class aircraft carrier. Its steel hull weighs about tons. Entertainment on board. Passengers can relax in the shade of real trees, as the ship is planted with a park of exotic living plants, shrubs, and trees. A large original handmade carousel, swimming pools with jacuzzis, a water park with a water arena, casinos, shops, and boutiques where you can buy any food and clothing for every taste, restaurant and bars are installed on board. Passengers looking for a more active time can take advantage of the numerous sports facilities. The vessel has an ice rink, volleyball and basketball courts, a golf course, bowling equipment, climbing walls, a fitness center, and a spa. It is possible to surf in the specially adapted swimming pools. There is a water amphitheater with fountains, jumps, and diving towers in the open air, and an indoor theater. There is a club for lovers of humor and jazz. Allure of the Seas will offer guests some of the most exciting theatrical performances. The ship will also host ice shows, circus, thematic, and other entertainment events. There is also a youth area and kindergartens for children on the ship. Special attractions for children of all ages are also located in all other areas of the ship. Incidents. On April 21, 2012, a minor short-term fire occurred on board the ship in the engine room, which was successfully and instantly dealt with by the ship's automatic fire system. There were no casualties and the ship independently proceeded further along the route to the port of Fort Lauderdale. subscribe to the channel and like it. Write a comment on the video, thereby you support the channel.